They're on board. They pulled that all-nighter. They passed the first portion of the bill at 4:30 a.m. to be exact. Here are some of the pictures taken from that marathon markup in the wee hours. These pictures, you can see some of them with their heads lolling because they're probably so exhausted. They were taken by Republican Congressman from Michigan, Mike Bishop, and we've got him front camera now. Hey, you look pretty awake here. Do you get any shut-eye, sir?
No. I can't get shut-eye. We finished at 4:30.
I know. And you know what? You know that the news is that the Energy Committee just passed it as well.
Right.
Every single Republican voted for it. Every single Democrat on that committee voted against it. But let me first discuss with you what you marked up on it. What changes did you feel had to be made, and which changes were accepted there?
You know, we didn't make many changes to the bill as presented. We took on many amendments. Democrats offered at least 100 amendments that I know of. 16 of them were ruled out of order. Throughout the process, it was a long, arduous process. I must say, though, that the chairman was very good about hearing from everybody, and it was an open and transparent process. It was only a 54-page bill, so everybody read it. It was a very good, I think, thorough examination of our part of what we're doing on this Health Care Act.
Look, there are deep cuts in Medicaid. Your state was one of about 30 states that did accept an expansion of Medicaid. Listen, how are you going to cover those people who may find themselves without that help?
Well, we speak to that in our bill. We provide refundable tax credits to address that very issue, so that we don't pull the rug out from underneath those who have now have coverage that didn't have it before. That was the promise that we made from the get-go, that when we did this, that we would not create an environment where those that had it would lose it.
But that ends up being the sticking point, with the president's tweet notwithstanding, that there are headwinds that are being pushed toward you guys from your own side of the aisle. I mean, we would expect the Democrats don't like it, but the Freedom Caucus members, one of which was with us yesterday, Mark Sanford, and he's on the Budget Committee where this bill goes next. He said he doesn't like certain aspects of it because it looks like a screaming entitlement to him and the Freedom Caucus. How do you get around that hurdle?
This is the first change that we've seen, the first real amendment to any entitlement in the 52-year history of Medicaid. This is a $1 trillion tax cut. There are so many good things in this bill. We have to make sure that we recognize that. Is it perfect? No. But I think it's a great step in the right direction, and our caucus is determined to make this right. Well,
look, there will be bickering. We know that. But Mitch McConnell,
yes,
the Senate Majority Leader, said it on camera today that due to this bickering, tax reform may take longer. And let you hear what Mark Sanford said yesterday about that threat, that if there's too much fighting about it, the one thing lots of people need to have money in their pockets to pay for health care may be put off. Listen. If it takes this long, will it hold up or delay a tax reform plan, a tax cut that a lot of Americans are waiting on?
It can't go on forever because it will hold up tax reform, and tax reform is the next thing queued up.
So, Congressman, do you get tax reform done by August, which is what the Treasury Secretary had promised?
Absolutely. You know, this is the one priority that we have after this Obamacare repeal and replace. The chairman is determined to get it done. Members of the committee are determined to get it done. It's the one thing that we need to do to ensure that we get this economy back up and running again. We ran on this, and we're going to get it done.
All right. We're watching all of it. Thank you so much. We have Congressman Mike Bishop of Michigan, who was kind enough to let us see his cell